People should go and watch Talking It Out because you may learn something new about mental illness. Um, you may come away with a different understanding about something that you thought you knew before, and you may be inspired to write yourself or to talk to your friends and family about mental health and mental illness. And seeing theater is just fun. And I'm glad that I wish it could be in person, but virtual theater is fun too. So I hope everybody comes and sees it. Hi, I'm Bridgette Dutta Portman. If you'd like to learn more about my play Obsession, which is part of the Talking It Out Festival, listen to this conversation. So for Obsession, my play, the idea came from my own life experiences with obsessive compulsive disorder. And I wanted to write something that would show OCD in kind of a realistic light. Because often when we see depictions of OCD in the media, in TV or films, it tends to be kind of misportrayed as something that's a little bit humorous, something that's like a personality quirk. I'm thinking about the movie As Good as It Gets, which kind of plays OCD for humor. A lot of times when people think about OCD, they think about people who are really super cleanly and who clean a lot and keep things in a certain order. And that can be part of OCD for some people, but OCD is a lot broader than that, and there are lots of different types. And so I wanted to tell a story of how OCD can manifest in a different way. So in my story, in my play, we have a grandmother who's dealing with these intrusive thoughts that she might accidentally harm her grandchild. And that's a manifestation of OCD that is, it's real, it's very difficult to deal with. And it's something that we don't hear about or see very often. So that's why I wanted to write it. Obsession is about a new grandmother. Her name is Rachel, and she has an adult daughter who has just had a baby. And the daughter wants her grandmother to help with the baby and hold the baby and watch the baby while the daughter goes out and has a break. And the grandmother, Rachel, is very hesitant to hold the baby. And it comes out that she has these thoughts that she might harm the baby. And OCD is associated with intrusive thoughts, unwanted thoughts, fears of, losing control and doing something. So she's afraid of, if she holds the baby, maybe she'll drop the baby, or she'll accidentally crush the baby or hurt it in some way. And when she reveals this to her daughter doesn't understand and gets scared. And so then they have a confrontation, and I won't give too much away, but some of the truth about this form of OCD comes out, and they end up kind of better understanding each other. So what do I want people to get from this play? I think part of it is about being willing to express our vulnerabilities. So part of what the challenge is for my character, Rachel, is she has kept her OCD to herself for so long and hasn't let others in and hasn't let her daughter in on it. And so during the course of the play, she does, and she becomes open. And that's a difficult thing to do because there's so much stigma attached to mental illness. And so I guess I'd want the audience to know that it's okay to struggle with mental illness, and it's okay to be vulnerable and to open up and to let others, family members, friends, in on what you're struggling with. So I got to do an interview with Anthony and some of the other playwrights who are involved in this festival, and the plays just sound really, really interesting. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the other plays and the plays in this part of the festival seem to all have to do with anxiety, different kinds of anxiety. So there's one that is about PTSD. There's one that's about somebody has a phobia involving a bonsai tree, which I think is such an interesting idea. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the idea of anxiety manifests in all of these other plays and learning something new. So if you enjoyed this conversation about my play Obsession and the Talking It Out Festival, please come to the festival, and we look forward to seeing you there.